The views and opinions expressed in this podcast by the host and or the guest do not necessarily reflect the views of the host and or Paranormal Buzz Radio and or its sponsors. Use of any material produced by Paranormal Buzz Radio without express written consent is prohibited. Paranormal Buzz Radio will not be held responsible for you holding your knees, crying, and rocking in a corner in a puddle of your own urine, or being beheaded by a group of children in a cornfield. In fact, if you come across a group of children in a cornfield, we promise to make fun of you as you run away screaming in terror. Listener discretion is advised. You are now entering the all-consuming realm of Shay's Paranormal Chat, where the things that are better left unsaid are actually said.
Shut up and sit down.
You're listening to Shay's Paranormal Chat. Paranormal podcasting done Shay's way. Tons of fun.
Dude, seriously?
A bit sarcastic.
Hashtag investigator, not hunter.
But always real.
Hashtag data, not evidence.
Don't get your panties in a twist.
Oh my god, really?
This is real, raw conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Hey everybody, Shay here. I wanted to share some highlights and funny moments from episode 17 with Mr. Ken Boggle. Ken is amazing and he had us laughing all night long. So here's a few different clips from that episode. Again, it was episode 17, so enjoy.
Okay, so tonight we have Mr. Ken Boggle with us, and we are going to let him introduce himself and tell you all about himself. So the floor is yours.
Okay, well, I'm Ken Boggle. I'm the owner and operator of Tarot by Ken LLC, and I am the producer and host of Tarot Date with Ken Boggle on VidiSpace, soon to be Amazon Fire Stick. Well, it's on Fire Stick, soon to be Amazon Prime. I've been doing tarot pretty soon for about 27 years. Learned when I was 8. And I am an internet radio co-host with scarefestradio.com and board member of the board member of Scarefest, and I go to the Mystical Fair of Lexington and Mama Ruby's and Inner Light festivals and things like that. I'm a tarot card reading psychic medium. That's me.
That's you.
That's a handful, though. You know, it's a lot of things to tackle.
What Chip Coffey once said to me, you make me tired. Just listening to what you do exhausts the hell out of me.
Water will get it, but fire is a big one for me. If I see fire,
yeah.
But I'm glad to hear you say that you find yourself kind of just staring off into space, because that's what I do too. And then people will be talking to me, and I can be like dead looking them in the face, and all of a sudden I realize they're talking to me, and I'm like, oh, sorry, I was totally not listening to you.
Yeah. I sometimes do that, but only if it's somebody I'm really not interested in.
Well, no, it's because I was picking up
pulling your leg. But I totally get it.
I do that too, but that's a gift.
Yeah,
that's a whole different type of gift.
Yeah, it's a total blessing from God. We're all like here in my ears, like, wah, like, is she done talking yet? But
turns into the Charlie Brown teacher.
Yeah, wah, exactly. Yeah,
that's how I hear most people, and I'm not even a psychic, so.
Yeah,
that's awesome. That is too funny.
Luna. Yeah, go ahead, Kel.
Luna in chat is asking, how many tarot decks do you have? How many do you think you own?
I have no idea. I know I own there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on my desk right now. 3 in a bag. Maybe 15 put away. And then I have one that has extremely negative energy that I have wrapped and put away someplace, which I'm totally trying to get in touch with the Newkirks because I'd like to give them this deck and say, I really want nothing to do with it. Put this in your museum because I don't want them.
You all right, hold on. Back up for us muggles when it comes to tarot reading. What did you do?
Well, you mean all that math again? I have six.
No. What did you say? You wrapped
about wrapping the tarot deck.
Okay.
Wrapped
I'm sorry,
because
lover.
of the energy. Math, that went over my head too. But
no, I was like, well, I have six. Anyway, so I have a deck that was given to me that like I don't like at all, and so I wrap them in white fabric, and I have tucked them away so that nobody accidentally comes across them, and I certainly don't use them. So I put them away just to make sure that no one found them and the energy doesn't kind of get out. Yeah.
Mama Pat, I lost the question. The chat is going so fast. Mama Pat has a question about something about.
She says, how does it have negative energy, and what does that mean?
Well, it's like people. You meet a person, and you're like, oh, that's a bad person. You know what I mean? It's got an energy. You can feel the vibe. I don't know what happened to this deck of cards. I know that it came to me without a box. I don't really remember the person's face who handed it to me, really. I was a man, and I don't remember anything else about him. But he was like, it was at Scarefest or a convention or something. Yeah. He said, he was like, hey, I have this deck of cards, and I'd like for you to have them. And he handed them to me, and I said, oh, thank you very much. And, I gave a hug. I think I maybe said I appreciate it or something, just being nice. And as soon as they touched my hand, though, I was like, I'm never going to use these, not ever. And then I went home and unpacked, and the more I handled them, the more I said, this just is not going to happen. So I don't know, that it's like meeting a bad person. It's like shaking the hand of a really negative, nasty individual. For a fact you don't want them around. You know what I mean? It's that kind of vibe. Yeah. To do a seminar or lecture called Tarot, Intellect, and Intuition that describes the fact that you need to have equal amounts of both to be able to read tarot cards properly, because you have to be able to understand the traditional meaning of them, how those cards that you're using in particular have altered that definition based on illustrations and different meanings in the book and the artist and author's interpretation of what that original definition was. And then you also need intuition that gives you the idea about exactly which definition is right. Now, so I say equal parts that switch back and forth from time to time, but all in all, they're equal. And I think that the person who is reading your cards should be that way. I think they should be a reasonably intelligent individual. No one wants an idiot shuffling their cards if it's all the same. And I certainly think that you should have a fair chunk of intuition, but one should never overrule the other. It blows my mind that people think that you can just open up a deck of cards and then intuitively be able to read them. I think that's dangerous, bad, no good, especially if you're saying, oh, I'm going to read for other people. Now, if you don't want to read the book and you don't want to learn anything and you want to go ahead and ruin your own life, well, that's great. Go ahead and do that. And while you're at it, chase that down with the Tide Pod. But do you know what I'm saying? If you want to be an idiot, go ahead. Just don't be an idiot with other people if it's okay with you. And use your damn listen. It's just the people in the world are so insane that the last thing you want is somebody out there, some idiot giving bad advice.
It's terrifying because anybody can sit down and say, look at me, I'm intuitive, I'm psychic, I can read tarot, and here, let me give you advice on your life and your love life. And it's like, whoa, hold the phone here.
Yeah. It's the same thing as if you have a digital recorder and an infrared camera, you can be on television, and call yourself a paranormal investigator, I think. It's the same kind of thing, I think.
Yeah. But the key to that is you need the recorder, the infrared light, and you have to take your shirt off. Then you can be on TV.
That's what I'm forgetting.
Yes.
Damn it, I forgot that stuff.
Yeah. And everything has to be a demon. I think we are all talking about the same person.
Oh, yeah.
And God
there's
help
no
us.
secret on this show.
If I take my shirt off, they're going to think it's a demon.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, they're not going to be throwing dollar bills at me. No. They'll be yelling, put it on, Satan, put it on, put it back.
Shut up. That is the best thing.
Are burning out.
That is the best thing I've heard all day. That's great. I love that. If I take my shirt off, they'll think it's a demon.
Yeah.
Brilliant. I take my shirt off and people think it's Sasquatch. So I kind of feel your vibe.
Hey, Demon, Sasquatch, we've got our own little pair of community going on.
Josh Gates is right now just fiending over this whole thing. He's like, oh, I got a demon and a Sasquatch. What are you talking about? season of my new show.
I love it. I mean,
Josh Gates, who's absolutely gorgeous. I think he's amazing and super kind.
That I will 1,000% agree. Yep.
And he's so nice. He's always been kind to me. So
and he's funny.
I haven't met him yet, but I would love to.
Well, I would also like to get him drunk because I feel like he could. I feel like he could handle his liquor, And I'm kind of known for that myself. So, I'd like to do the old school Russian shot for shot. You know what I mean? Just sit down at a table and see how far we can go. And he's a big old boy, but I think I can take him. I think.
I would love to see that video.
Yeah.
I would pay money to make that happen. I'd
love that. That'd be great.
Yeah, I would. I'm agreeing. See, and I thought I was going to offend you, man. Wow.
Oh no, I'm very offensive.
I know.
Always. But that's why I have a conversation with people before I even read them. I'm like, look, if this is your first time with me and you've not seen my show and you've not heard an interview I've done, which I don't know who on earth hasn't done any of those things, or you don't follow me on social media, well, I have to go ahead and apologize because within the next hour, I'm going to offend you at least once. At least. So,
welcome to my life. Well,
yeah,
that's my everyday life, though. I offend somebody at least once an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even try to anymore.
All I'm doing is
it just
talking.
Yeah. Right.
Thank God, though, that we don't have the little speech bubbles that pop up above our head oh, my Lord.
My facial expressions say it all. I don't need that. Yeah. Just my look gives it away. It's like, boom.
Yeah. But, I think we should have little thought bubbles. I really do think. And here's why. It
would save us a lot of time.
It would get me in so much trouble.
Now think about it this way, and I'm speaking as recently having started going through a divorce. I would have given anything in the world to be able to see the honest truth, what someone was really thinking, because that would have saved me so much trouble and so much time. And now in the dating world, which is just absolute shit.
Brutal.
I mean, it would be amazing to sit there across the table and read what this other person is saying. And then, I don't know, maybe it would be really good for them to see what you're really if everybody were 100% honest, thought bubbles wouldn't be needed, but that doesn't seem to ever be the thing. I don't think all the people of the world are ever going to be 100% honest, or we would have no politicians.
I would settle for people being 50% honest. That would make me happy. Somewhat honest, but not hurtful honest, but just.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but me being me and being gifted the way I am, I already know when people are lying. I already know.
Do you? I'm not a psychic, but I sometimes know this about people, even strangers. I always hate saying you guys, you're a different breed, but psychics must know, because if I know, you can just tell before they even talk, they're about to lie.
Yeah. Absolutely that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And, I was dating this really gorgeous man. I mean, God's gift. He was gorgeous. And every time he'd open his mouth, I was like, what a liar. What? And at one point I said to him, you actually don't know who I am. So let's go ahead and Google me.
I wish I could have seen his face.
And so he Googled and he was like, so you're a psychic? I'm like, right. And I'm like, do you think that maybe you can not lie to me? Maybe. I don't know. That'd be great.
Funny how they think they can lie to us, though. I mean, I have looked people dead in the face before, and I'm like, do you not know what I do? Quit lying to me.
But also, it's everyday people know that you're lying too. No, I mean, everybody has some part of them that knows. Do you know what I mean? And so I don't understand why people still lie. I don't get it. I guess because there's still people in the world who will believe just about anything, to kind of make themselves feel better. They'll believe anything that someone. So I guess that's it. I don't know, but I don't know. There's a fair amount of bullshit going around out there, and thought bubbles would be very welcomed in my world. Absolutely.
At times, yes.
Yeah.
Going from the way you just explained it, I could have used some thought bubbles. Yeah.
Yeah. I could have used some
Would have
thought
saved
bubbles.
us some
I
time.
could have used
huh?
some thought bubbles.
Put that on someone's. That's a Twitter post. That is. I could have used a thought bubble. Yeah.
So there's a question in chat, and I really want to get to this one because I was thinking this too. So Pat Kraft is my mom, if you haven't caught on to that yet. Mama Pat is my mom. And she's also the co-host of the Psychic and Paranormal Expos that we host in Iowa. There's 5 of them that we do a year in Waterloo, Dubuque, Cedar Rapids, Ames, and the Quad Cities. And her question was, where are you located and how do we get you to come to our expos?
Oh, well, I'll tell you. I'm located in Lexington, Kentucky, but I'll go anywhere for money. Excuse me. I'll go anywhere for money. See, I don't need thought bubbles. I'll be very honest with you.
How about lot of well wishes and
A McDonald's cheeseburger.
Oh, I mean, depends. Is the McRib back?
Ew. I don't.
Soon.
Okay, well then maybe you can talk to me about that. If the McRib is back, it's a possibility. I just get in touch with me. Just go to tarotbyken.com and click on the contact page, and we'll figure something out. I'm sure.
I'll chat with you afterwards. Yeah, because I thought before that it'd be great to have you come out. So
I would love to do that. I would love to go a little. I'm going to go to Palm Springs in May, and spend some time out there on the West Coast, and maybe get to actually go meet my manager, Lindsay Center. That would be great. And then maybe she's so freaking amazing. I love that woman. She's so phenomenal and so gorgeous. Oh, I'm surrounded by beautiful people. Like I'm bringing the average down, but
oh my gosh, that's horrible.
They're fantastic, and I really can't wait to meet her. But I'd like to go out a little further west, and do not that Iowa's a huge leap from Kentucky, but I would love to go do things like that. That would be great. Story real quick. Okay. This is a really good one. So, I had a date and we were in the bed. And we were watching.
Date in the bed, or that's where it ended up.
Hey, you're supposed to just let him keep going.
Well, he brought it up. I just wanted to clarify. Is that where the date started?
It was just
my kind of date. I mean.
Yeah. Right. Well, okay. So.
Are you blushing yet?
No, hardly. Well, this is just before I slept with him. We're watching TV. And
I was Ken in another life. I'm telling you, man. I must have been him in another life.
I can't. Oh, anyway. So look, it goes like this. So
he's like, okay, I'm being serious now. Stop it.
This isn't so. We were laying there, and he was like, "So, who are all these other people on this Vidi Space network?" And I was like, "Well, there's a couple of shows that are on Amazon Prime, so I'll open them up and kind of show you around." And I opened up, at this point, Nick Groff's tour, the Nick Groff tour, they had episodes of them. So I was like, "Well, here's Nick," and all that, and we went to a couple of others that were on, and then there was Teresa and Jen, and I was like, "Oh, look, and these girls, I love these girls." So let's watch this episode 1. And so we're laying there watching it, and they're getting these aura photos done, and the woman who does the auras then starts to read Teresa's picture, her aura picture, and she says all these things about her. And Teresa says, "Oh my gosh, I just had a reading with tarot reader, psychic medium Ken Boggle, and he said the exact same thing," and then turns to the camera and kind of gives a smile like she knew I was watching. I had no idea she was going to do that, right? I had zero idea. So the date goes, shut up. Just press pause. No, press pause. Because my mind was broke at that moment. My mind was blown. And he was like, "Did you know that they were going to do it?" I was like, "I had no idea." He was like, "So you know these girls? Like, how is that you know?" I'm like, "Okay, well, look, these are I read for them. I read for Teresa and Jen. I just read for them last week. I had no idea they were going to do that. But it was such an unbelievable aphrodisiac to have had your name. And somebody look you in the face in camera and like, "I know you're watching." That it was a wonderful, magical evening that
they got better after that point.
That I swear that I will remember for the next couple of months of my life. I'm sure I'll still remember it months from now. Nothing I'll take with me. Yeah, nothing I'll take with me. Yeah, nothing I'll take with me to the grave because he wasn't all that. But Certainly,
for a couple months it will do.
for a month or two, I'll remember that.
But on a cold, lonely day, it'll do.
I'm crying. I just have to say, I am like literally wiping tears down my cheek right now. Thank you for listening, and for all things Paranormal Buzz Radio related, check out our website at paranormalbuzzradio.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram.